gonorrhea from whoever you were hooking up with. But she did not look, she looked like probably chewing gum and dancing at the same time was difficult for her. I don't know, but she was cute. She was super, super cute, but some of these young ones, don't hook up with any of the girls in the bathrooms. I'm just saying. honey, it's just not. I mean, granted, it's just a dose of antibiotics, but the humiliation is really rough. It's really rough. So are we a dirty crowd? There's very few of us here tonight. Are we a dirty crowd? Are we a weird crowd? Dirty and weird? Depressed? Oh, honey, you should sign up. Most comedians, you're going to hear a lot of allusions to suicide, so I hope you're not on the edge. We might give you some ideas. It's really rough. There's a local show called Secret Show, where you never know where it's going to be until the day of the show. They had it at one of those fucking fitness CrossFit things, and there was a rope hanging right in the stage. And I opened with shaking the rope, and it's like, you guys have no idea how suicidal most comedians are. We might have a completely fucking different show before the end of the night. Okay, well, let's go. I'll go with an oldie but a goodie. It's dirty and weird at the same time. So, I was married for 16 years. And it ended when my husband came home from work and said, I talked to my mother today, and we decided it's time for me to move out. What else is a bitch supposed to say but good? Because obviously I was second fiddle the whole fucking time. And then this is gonna get dark. So now I'm learning how to be a single mother, which I wasn't planning on. And then they announced I was going to get laid off from my job, and then I got diagnosed with cancer. Yeah, my life suddenly turned into a goddamn country western song. Don't get sad about the cancer, spoiler alert, I lived. But life was just really hectic and full of turmoil there for a while, and I was hanging out with a homie, and he was like, things are simmering down, you seem like you're doing pretty good. When was the last time you... And I said, punch somebody in the liver? I'm not that violent of a person. He's like, no, took a good deep dickin'. And I don't like to lie. So I just looked at him and said, 2. And he was like, days, weeks, months. Oh, fuck, you're talking years. This is a crisis. This is good pussy going to waste. We have to do something today. And I was like, that's a lot of pressure, motherfucker. And he's like, no. I work with a guy. He's had his eye on you. He wants his MILF to get punched. And I was like, oh, okay. Which one? And he brought him up, and I was like, who? He's awful young and hot. Yes. Yes, indeed. Mama will take that little boy to church. But nonetheless, it had been, 16 years married, 2 years dating. It had been 18 years since I'd seen a different dick. Since I had to close the deal. I was really nervous, but we made arrangements for, the call of booty, and I knew the day was coming, and old ladies, I have really dry skin. Playing the Rocky theme, getting ready. Gonna fly now! Just so excited, trying to keep my energy up, and I was like, oh, we're gonna take this tuna tug to Pound Town. Vaseline intensive care doesn't taste good. We have to come up with an alternative for my ashy ass. So I go to the kitchen and I start looking through the cupboard. Sesame oil. That's really expensive, and I have a few recipes dedicated to that, so no, we're not gonna do that. Butter flavored Crisco. Little spicy for a first time. Little spicy, and he's gonna think of movies. coconut oil. There's a choice. There's a choice. Coconut oil. So I lubed all up with the coconut oil and I sat on the couch and I waited. And then the knock came on the door and I opened it, and I'd like to say I said something smooth like, "Come here often." No, I'm pretty sure I went, "Hi." Come on. And like I said, I had no game anymore. I didn't know what you were sitting next to each other on the couch, just like looking at each other, talking a little bit. I don't know what he said or I said, but you know how when you're a kid and you play with magnets and you go one way and they repel each other, but then you flip it and all of a sudden, that was us. Suddenly we were making out. I don't know how we got there, but we finally did. And I was like, whoo, still a little nervous, but after a minute or two, I was like, yeah, that's right. This shit can be fun. It's not always some sort of passive-aggressive bullshit about who did the dishes. This is awesome. This is awesome. We're rolling around on the couch, and suddenly I was like, yes, yes, we're gonna do this. And I grabbed him by the belt, and I like towed him towards the bedroom like I found him broke down by the side of the road. Oh my God, I was so excited, but then he whipped off his shirt. He looked even better with his shirt off than he did with his shirt on. And my anxiety kicked up a notch. 18 years, same dick, same guy. But this kid was smooth. He jumped into the bed and gave me the Bruce Lee. I was like, all right, let's go. It's on like Donkey Kong. So we're going. We're rolling around. I'm having a great time. And then I hear this breathing in my ear that previous life experience led me to believe that the proceedings were almost over when I was not aware that they had actually started. But I was like, but he's under 25. He'll reset quick. It's fine. It's fine. Game on. But then it got worse and worse. So I finally opened my eyes and I look at him and he did that half push-up thing that dudes do when they're on top of you, and he just looked awful. And he said the worst sentence I've ever heard in bed. And to give you some context, I've heard, "You look just like my sister." And I've never done this with a woman for free before. He said, "Go get my EpiPen."
Oh.
"Where is it, good sir?" "In the glove box of my car." So I jump out of the bed, I see his pants, I crack them like a whip. There's the keys, there's some change. Oh, the keys, that's what I need, keys. I throw on my robe, I run out the door. I neglected to tie it, praying to God that the neighbors aren't looking. Unlock the door, pop the glove box, grab the EpiPen, run back inside, roll him on his side, hit him with it, and I know that I have about 5 seconds for him to start breathing before I need to call the ambulance, and I'm like, 1, Mississippi, please don't die, beautiful young man. 2, Mississippi, this is gonna look really fucking bad. 3, Mississippi, how am I gonna explain this to my mother? And he started breathing normally, and he sat up. And I run to the kitchen, I get a glass of water, and I bring it to him, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What the hell? What's going on?" He's like, "I don't know. The only thing I'm that allergic to is coconuts." We're still friends. He occasionally sends me a picture of an EpiPen and a condom with the question mark, "Safe sex?" And I think, no, near-death experiences do not do it for mama, but he's a sweet guy. My sex life has not improved since then. So are we ready to get this show on the road? All right. Our next comedian, he's a hot buttermilk biscuit. Let's give it up for Josh Pro.